Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Stationeers. So I've decided that I want to do a series of sort of mini episodes that are, I'm going to try to do like one thing at a time and get all that stuff working. We're starting from a brand new world here. The one thing that this game sort of lacks is tutorials, so I've been kind of piecing things together here and there with some small tutorials online and some of my own playing around in another world. So I want to kind of target this as being, here's how you start out and here's how you do some basic things. First of all, the interface in this game is horrible. It's probably the worst design decision for an interface since, say, perhaps Dwarf Fortress. You have a left hand and a right hand. You have to juggle things constantly. In the case of some of the, if I look at the suit here, or not the suit, I'm sorry, if I look in the backpack here, in the case of certain things, you have to, in the belt here, like the welding tool, it only works if you have the welding tool in your active hand, and also you have a something to weld in the other hand. So it's you have to do lots and lots of juggling, and it's not fun, but it is the way it is, unfortunately, right now. So first things first, we're going to switch over to our right hand, and we're going to put this up in, we're going to put this away. Oops, put that away. There it is. The other thing is to keep in mind, you've got a PDA here. If I hit O, it'll turn it on. It doesn't have anything in it yet. So you need these cartridge readers here, these cartridges. The tracker, the E-reader, the analyzer, and the atmosphere analyzer. Network analyzer is, the atmosphere analyzer obviously is to analyze what atmosphere you're breathing or what's outside your suit. The network analyzer is to analyze the data/power network between different components. The e-reader is the most important one for you, at least starting out, and that is gives you information. It's sort of like an in-game help a little bit. It gives you information on how certain things work and the different ingots and other things. And then the tracker, which I believe is once you set up a beacon, it will allow you to find your way back to base. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know yet. But I wanted to point out one important thing here. There is in your helmet, there is a battery in your suit. I'm sorry. There's a battery in your suit. Right now it says high. It is the thing driving your life support. It's also driving your light, which you can see you start as on. So first thing I do is turn the light off like that. I also lock the mask. That's because if you hit I, you'll actually open your mask and breathe deeply into the vast blackness of the void. That's not probably ideal, so you want to make sure that you keep that sealed until you've got an actual atmosphere to breathe, which we'll be working on later. Right now, we want to get the first things first. We want to get our bearings and also get our initial power started. So I'm going to put this PDA back into my. Oh, the reason I have this out too, because the battery can wear down. This PDA has a battery in it that you can actually swap out and use in emergencies when you need battery power for your suit. You can just swap that out, put it in your suit, and that'll give you some battery power for your life support until you get back and can charge it. Charging, it's one of the things that we're going to want to do soon. The same is true, if I put this away, the same is true for your mining tool. Your mining tool is in this belt here in your suit. So you grab that out, you hold down 5, and it will replace your tool belt. Normally, the one I'm holding in my right hand right now, down at the bottom of the screen, is the tool belt that has all your tools in it. You'll need those for attaching and unattaching different things. But this belt has your mining tools in it. And you've got a pickaxe, which is like a little climbing axe, which you can use to mine stuff. But you also have an electric mining tool, which works rather well. You can see you pull that out. You can turn that on and use it to mine up the various resources that you're going to need along the way. Those resources, as long as you have this belt on, will go automatically into your belt in one of the ore slots. I think the ore slots only hold up to 50, and then they go to the next slot. So you have to, you might have to make several trips if you want to do long form stuff. But the other thing to note here is that this does also have a battery in it. So if, again, you're running low on charge for your suit, here's another battery that you can use in a pinch. And this one's actually probably a little bit easier to use in a pinch because you can just use your other mining tool, your pickaxe there, or climbing axe there, in order to not be left out in the lurch. You can still do some mining and whatnot and still have some power. I'm going to replace these belts again, because I don't need that just yet. And then, of course, this is your tool belt. You've got wire, you've got your wrench, you've got your crowbar. You don't use that often, but you do use it in some key places. Your power drill, your wire cutters, which you'll use a lot, your welding tool, which you'll use a lot in the beginning here, a screwdriver, which I haven't had a use for yet, and an angle grinder, which you'll use sometimes as well. And of course, you've got power/data cables. This is both your power cable and your data cables when you want to start to automate things. All right. One thing to note, you see the sun is setting over there. That means the sun is going to be rising over there. And that means we want to make note of that so that we know how to angle our solar panels, right? So just keep that in mind, because we're going to start doing some solar panels right now. That's coal, by the way. First things first, we're going to take assessment of what we've got here. Here's our portable tank of oxygen. We'll need that later on when we actually oxygenate the area. The air conditioner also will be later on, and so will the scrubber. You can go up to the things and grab the handle, and that's how you pull them along, although sometimes your guy lets go of them for whatever reason. Q will drop things, so you just kind of have to move things around a little bit. Construction supplies 1 and construction supplies 2 are the things you're going to use at least immediately. We're going to pull this one over here. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could right click on it and pull things directly out of it. I did not know that was a thing. How about that? Cool. And then this one, organic supplies you don't need right away. That's your when we get to the point of being able to make crops and stuff, which I haven't even gotten to that point yet. So on that one. Consumable supplies, you will need 1 or 2 things from here. This is mostly spray paint and label maker. The label maker is going to be the thing that we'll need when we get to do an airlock. And then construction supplies 2 is also when we come into play when we need to make an airlock, which we'll do in a bit. But for right now, before these road flares go awry, there are some more road flares, I believe, in one of these. I think it's in the consumable supplies box over there. Is there anything else over here? No. Okay, it looks like we're good there. All right. So another little mini survival tip here. I took a bit of a tumble while I was out and about in the world. And I've collected lots of ore. That is, the suit is damaged. You can see we've lost a little bit of pressure and stuff, and temperature's going down a little bit. But if I go to my backpack and I grab the duct tape that we had when we first spawned in, you can use this to repair your suit. There we go. That fixed the air leak, and that gets us back up almost to where we were, but we lost a little bit of air. But that is what the duct tape was for. If you were wondering why you spawned in with it, that's why it happened.